Let's turn carrot green scraps into a delicious vegetable broth. In my homemade sauerkraut video, I'm mentioning that I never let carrot greens go to waste, especially from my homegrown carrots. And I mentioned that I use them to either make carrot greens pesto, and I'm going to link the recipe video for that, and that I also use it for vegetable broth. I never had a video or a recipe post for that up yet and received a lot of requests. So here we go. You can use the greens from carrots you buy at the farmer's market or that you harvest yourself. But I also like to use the tender greens that I pull out when I'm thinning out my rows of carrots in the garden. In case you've never grown carrots before, you should know that the seeds are very small and kind of finicky, so there's no guarantee that all of them will come up. So I sow more than I need, but then once they have sprouted, I have to thin them out to not end up with a lot of crooked and twisted carrots. I'm using 8 ounces or 230 grams of carrot greens. Give them a good rinse. Add them to a large pot, Instant Pot or slow cooker, along with a small onion, 1 clove of garlic, 2 bay leaves, and about a teaspoon of salt. You can adjust that later to taste or omit that now completely and only add salt when you're using the broth. And then fill the pot with 8 cups or 2 liters of water. So the ratio I'm using is 1 cup of water per ounce of carrot greens, or 250 milliliters of water to every 30 grams of greens. You can use that to scale this recipe up or down and adjust the aromatics accordingly. On the stovetop, bring everything to a boil, then close the lid and simmer for about an hour, or slow cook it for 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low. And you can also pressure cook everything for about 30 minutes on high. Then strain the broth to remove any of the vegetable parts and fill it into jars. Especially with my slow cooker pot that is quite heavy, while it is full and very hot, I just use a ladle to scoop out portions through a canning funnel and strainer into jars. But once the pot has cooled down and it is already a little bit emptier, I just pour the rest directly from the pot into jars, of course through a strainer, to ensure a clean and clear broth. Be sure to press down on the carrot greens to extract as much of the flavor as possible. Use the carrot broth within about a week, store it in the fridge, or you can also freeze it for the long term. Be sure to leave plenty of headspace if you're freezing in the mason jars. And then use in soups, stews, for cooking rice, risottos, so many different ways to add flavor to your dishes with this broth.